So hello everybody and welcome to today's Class B second round of sectionals. I'm Bob Peischer, broadcasting from the Simmons and Rockwell broadcast booth. This game's kind of starting early. They didn't do any kind of introductions or anything, so apologize, we're a little early. I don't know if they're trying to beat the rain at all, but we'll see. At bat is Wyatt Evingham. That's up against the fence. Wyatt's going to be in with a stand-up double. Start things off. Going to bring up Seamus Cork. This isn't Newt Jones. We don't have 56 on our schedule. They have it listed as K Quick. So I will change that for the next. I can change it now. Doesn't really matter. I'd have to do this though. Shut it down. Filming from out here in the outfield and a little berm. And the first run comes home. Nice job by Seamus. Brings up Brody Flights. One and one to Flights. I see a scoreboard, but I can't see it from my angle, so I'll try to keep the balls and strikes the best I can. Two and one. 3 and 1, so. Nice catch. It looked like first baseman Miller. Tyler Miller. So 2 down. Aaron McInerney fouls the first one off. Oh and 2. And strike 3, so Quick allows just 1. I want to thank Dr. Pat Pico. He's the game day sponsor. It does cost us money, or me money, to pay Section 5 to do sectional games, and Dr. Pat Pico paid the fee for us in this game. So thanks, Dr. Pico. Much appreciated, and I'm sure the fans that can't make it are also very thankful. So thanks, Dr. Pat Pico. So I want to thank everybody for joining us here. It's the Hornell Red Raiders coming at 5 and 11, and the Addison Knights 11 and 4. Again, I'm Bob Weischer, broadcasting from the Simmons and Rockwell broadcast booth here from beautiful Addison. It's always a neat kind of trip to come down, especially from Hornell if you take the back road through Cameron and Cameron Mills and Rathbone and stuff like that. Just beautiful country here in the southern tier of New York. So taking a look at the starters in the outfield. Pitching is Wyatt Evingham. We'll get a shot of Wyatt. There he is. Catching for him is Ashton Hooker. He's been behind the plate pretty much all year. I think for just like a few innings, we've had another catcher in there replacing him. Ben Wooliver at first base, and Tyrone Buchanan. And that's not a picture of Tyrone. No, I do have it right. I'm sorry. Yeah, Tyrone at second base, but that's actually Seamus Cork, not Tyrone, so that label is wrong. Sorry, Seamus. Tyrone's out there in right field. Wyatt Eving, and then Wyatt Eving. I don't know how these names got screwed up again. I did check everything. Sometimes when you're dealing with computers, they don't do great. That's Marco Pico playing second base, Cody Carnabone playing third, and Brody Flights in left field, Aaron McInerney in center, and Tyrone Buchanan in right field. So, apologize about that. And that graphic is brought to you by the Main Street Inn. It's your home away from home. So when you have to leave your home, stay at the Main Street Inn on Main Street in Hornell. Beautiful facility. Sean Carbone owned and operated. Just a reminder, tomorrow we will be live as the Hornell Lady Raiders play their first round of sectionals. Number 6 seed versus the number 3 seed Waterloo tomorrow at noon. Watch it right here on Peisch Sports YouTube channel. And Wyatt Evingham on the mound here. 1-1, 1 strike, 1 ball, and that one's lifted. And it's a home run. Wow, a leadoff home run. That's the first home run I think I've seen all year. I could be wrong, or one that I've done anyways. That was by Tyler Miller. Can't see it go over because we're set up in the van here. I didn't expect to see a home run. I guess I got it moved over a little bit. Sorry, Tyler. Two and 0. This is Caleb Stubbe, 11th grader. And strike 3. So after a leadoff home run there, gets the second batter, and Stubbe goes down. And 3 pitches. That's low 2-0. This is Zane Specht, senior. There's a strike. Looked a little low, but that's what we have the advantage of filming out here. It's 3-1 to Specht. Specht drives it. This one's going to be up against the fence. I guess I'm going to have to move my camera. And he's safe at third with a triple, so we have a home run and a triple here. I could increase the instant replay here time because it only goes back so many seconds. Lifted out of play. This is Westervelt. Spencer Westervelt, 11th grader. So a strikeout. 2 down. Nobody covering home. Wyatt didn't come in. Got to hustle in there. Of course, it looks like that backdrop. I think Wyatt knew it was kind of frivolous because that backstop looks like it's quite a distance. There was no way. Would have been close. Two and one. This is Sawyer Westervelt. Two and two. And there's strike 3. So a home run and a wild pitch. 2-1. We'll be back.
Hello, my name is Destiny, and I've worked at Tim Hortons for 3.5 years. How are you?
Hey, good, thanks.
So you brew coffee every 20 minutes?
We brew our original blend coffee every 20 minutes to make sure it's fresh for every guest we serve.
Thank you very much.
Really? Every 20 minutes?
Day or night. I don't know of anyone else who does that, but you can really taste the difference. So it's always fresh, always.
Concerned about the cost of your insurance? The Ryan agencies sift through quotes from many companies to uncover your best insurance value. You'd be surprised at the savings we can find. Let's just talk. What's there to lose? The Ryan agencies, your local insurance inflation fighters.
Insurance protection you can rely on. The Ryan Agency.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
In life, some surprises are good, and some surprises are not. You'll be pleasantly surprised by how much cash you could earn with an Apex Cashback checking account. Earn 3% cash back on your debit card purchases, and your ATM fees are refunded each month you qualify. Plus, when you refer a friend or family member to First Heritage and they open an Apex Cashback account, you'll each earn $50. Visit fhfcu.org, open your account, and refer your friends today.
Okay, welcome back. 2-1 Addison. There's a base hit. So one pitch, one hit here to lead off the second. It's Marco Pico. It's kind of strange to get used to filming where I am, so I'm so used to filming when you watch me from Hornell behind home plate over toward third. This is Cody Carnamone. Cody pops it up out of play. Pico, the lone runner for Hornell. So his first name is Keaton. I would have never guessed that. I was thinking if if anyone can guess what his first name, if you're not obviously from Addison, Keaton would have been one of the last ones. That's an awesome name. So his name's Keaton Quick. There's a base hit. Keaton Quick. So nobody out. Runners on first and second here. Nash Adams, who's DHing Ben Wooliever is not batting today. So the fielder's choice to get Cardamone at second puts runners on the corners with one out. Foul. Ashton Hooker. That's low. 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 out, runners on the corners. You got Marco Pico at third base, and Adams actually at second now. Adams moved up to second, so runners both in scoring position. Fouled back for a full count. I would have liked to actually move my vehicle over a little bit further, but you can't because this hill ends right where I'm at. So I got over as far as I could. Doesn't help that there's 1,000 or 10,000 gallons of gasoline behind me in a tank, but didn't say not to park here. Tyrone Buchanan takes strike 1. Bases loaded. The 8th grader Tyrone Buchanan. High inside, 1-1. That's low. 2-1. A lot of games going on today. I'll try to get some scores from other games happening. Right now, talking to my Section 5 representative. He was swamped with trying to do rescheduling and everything else today, so must be a lot of games have been rained out or moved, and it was raining when I got over to about Rathbone. It started pouring. And it looked like we got some rain here at full count. The ground is wet, but doesn't look like a lot. Looks like the infield got a little moisture. That's inside, so it walks a run home. As Pico crosses the plate to make it 2-2. I don't have any information on Keaton Quick because he's not on the roster. So I'm not sure if he was brought up from JVs or... And this is the roster that they give on Section 5. They're supposed to be updated once sectionals hit, so you know who's on your team, because obviously they bring JVs and stuff up, but they did not update to put Quick on there. Leaving him in, just giving him a little pep talk. I want to thank my advertisers. Of course, the game day sponsor again, Dr. Pat Pico, MD, 15 Loader Street. 585-596-4129. Without him, I wouldn't be here today because he paid the Section 5 fee. So thanks, Dr. Pico, for all you do for Hornell Sports. Wyatt Evingham, top of the order here. Bases loaded, 1 out. 1 run home here already. In the top of the second inning, Wyatt Evingham fouls another one off for 0-2. And dropped. So another run comes home. Took a little bit from Newell to get it out of his glove, and then once he kind of mishandled the play, it took even longer to get out of his glove. So those got to be bang bang with the speed of Evingham. And then Hooker, it would have been close. Hooker at second. Brings up Seamus Cork. And an overthrow. Another run coming home. Cork should have stayed at first. I'm not sure what he tried, but they threw it home. The run does score. I didn't see that play, obviously. I was going home on that, but oh well. Today's game brought to you by Hornell City Mayor John Buckley. Experienced leadership, always moving Hornell forward and working for the betterment of the community. Hornell City Mayor John Buckley. He's running for re-election this November. Get out and vote this November for Mayor John Buckley. Alfred State College, called Hometown Advantage. Allegheny County and Steuben County residents get $2,000 or more for every year you attend Alfred State College. That gives you close to over $8,000. Not close to. It gives you over $8,000 for every year you attend Alfred State College. If you go for 4 years, that includes transfer students as well. Wilkins Auto Sales, State Route 21, just outside the Hornell city limits on your way to Alfred. Car haulers, utility trailers, dump trailers, and so much more. It's Wilkins Auto Sales. Thanks, Kevin. Wilkins Logo Print Company across from the Hornell High School. Need embroidery, screen printing, laser printing. Need a billboard, keychains. They can do it all at the Logo Print Company. And by Lamax Automax. Maximize your dollars every day with a trip to Lamax Automax and Lamax Pro Wrench Tire and Auto. Thanks, Charlie and Chuck Lamacchia. Log on to Lamax Automax. That's with 2x's.com. Check out their complete inventory of used vans, trucks, and autos. And by Twin Hickory Golf Club, 18 challenging holes overlooking the beautiful Canisteel Valley. It's a wet one out there, but stop taking the great 18 holes at Twin Hickory. And log on to Twin Hickory Golf Club. You can buy a gift certificate for that loved one as well. Check out membership rates, everything you need at Twin Hickory Golf Club. 5-2 Hornell. This one lifted. A lot of hard hit balls, but Brody Flight's right back there with it. So 1 down. This one's going to drop in. So a base hit for Newell. Brings up Colby McLean. The sun pops out here. Another throw over to first. Bottom of the second inning. 5-2, a high score. I should have taken the over. I should start the Piche betting platform. Now you don't want to bet on high school sports, though. Piche Parlay. Got to come up with some cool names. No, I don't encourage betting at all. In fact, I'm anti-betting when it comes to sports and stuff. Two and 1 to McLean. This one lifted. Nobody's underneath it. What were they doing there? I don't know if he lost it or what. Or did he drop it because, well, let's see. Marco sees it. Oh, Seamus doesn't see it. That's why Marco, you got to get everyone, both of them should get as close as they possibly can without interfering with the other one in that case. And Seamus should yell out immediately, I can't see it. So Marco knows. They do get the second out, so it doesn't, it's not devastating, obviously. If any kind of run had scored, though. One and 2 to Merrill. This is Evan Merrill. As McLean steals second. It's actually a 3-1 count to Merrill. Nice job by Tyrone Buchanan getting over there for the third out. Today's game brought to you by Maple City Collision, all makes and models, all years. It's John Birch, owned and operated Maple City Collision up in North Hornell. 607-324-1155 or 324-0630. Maple City Collision. Butler Excavating and Concrete, City View Towing, Transport, and Auto Repair. Call 324-7400. Thanks, Brian Butler, Mike Hess, Daryl Howell, and the crew. Need a house built, one torn down. Actually, I think if you went over on your way here, the new pavement they put at railroad crossings is done by Butler Excavating and Butler Excavating. So they do a great job on that as well. Apex Chiropractic, helping you achieve new heights in wellness. Dr. Joseph McKay, 44 Genesee Street in Hornell. He's a professor of nutrition and a natural professional bodybuilder. It's Apex Chiropractic. Thanks, Dr. Joseph McKay. And by Gilio's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, 382-0836. Chad Gilio, need plumbing work. How about having your air conditioner serviced? It's Gilio's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. It's dark. It keeps going. The sun keeps coming up and down, so it's hard to keep adjusting. I don't have an automated system here to. I mean, I can put it on auto, but then it's just too dark, the image. So I'll try to do the best I can. So top of the third. It's gonna bring up Brody Flights. Brody 0 for 1. That's low. 2-0 to Brody. Two and 1. Quick, up to 41 pitches. That's inside. 3 and 1. Well, that's over the head. So Brody gets ahead. I couldn't see where. That's what trying to get used to filming out here. I couldn't see exactly where it went. I thought it was coming toward me to the left, but it wasn't. It was going right. So good hit, Brody. Brings up center fielder Aaron McInerney. Keaton Quick, the pitcher for Addison. Dribbler. And good job by Aaron. Gets Brody moved over. Brings up Marco Pico, who's 1 for 1. Two and 0 to Marco. 2-2. Nice pitch by Quick. That one's low, full count. Enough time to make the play. Nice job by Westervelt, but a run does come home. It's Spencer Westervelt. Cody Carnamone. 2 out. Fouls that one off. Two and one. That's low. 3-1. Two down, 1 run home. And Cardamom goes down. Nice pitch for the third out. 6-2. Now the John and Dagan scoreboard. We'll be back.
After you've been injured at work, you might feel like you're up against your employer.
But the truth is, your employer isn't the opponent, the insurance company is. You need a workers' comp attorney with the knowledge and experience to maximize your benefits.
Call Connors and Ferris today, as we have dedicated over 20 years of our professional careers to helping injured workers.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
Laura and I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of our veterans, especially those who have served or are currently serving overseas.
Here at the Dagan Funeral Home, we take pride in serving the funeral needs of our veterans. We can arrange military services and, if desired, burial in a VA cemetery. We will provide an American flag, a veteran's cemetery marker, and can also apply for military death benefits.
The Dagan Funeral Home, 5 generations of the Dagan family serving our veterans.
Bottom of the third, 6-2, Hornell. This one's a base hit by Miller. So leadoff hit for Taylor Miller. foul. Got kids playing catch out here. Oh, and 2 to Stubbe. Caleb Stubbe, 11th grade, listed as a pitcher and an outfielder. Playing outfield today. Popped up. And Wyatt Evingham underneath it. Did you see? That was a great job by Wyatt. He looked to see if Marco got a late jump on it, so he took it himself. You really don't want your pitcher catching any pop flies. And but he saw Marco got a late start, and he took it himself. This is Zane Specht. One and one. There's a strike, 1 and 2. Wyatt up to 39 pitches. This is the Class B second round. The first round only consisted of one game. Penn Yan defeated Avon to move on to play number 1 seed Waterloo. That was the 16 and 17 seeds battling on Wednesday. I want to give a congratulations on the upcoming wedding this weekend in Hornell of Dominic Scavo. Everyone remembers him, the quarterback that won, 52 games in a row in his high school career and led Hornell to 3 state championships. He's getting married this weekend in Hornell. Good luck and congratulations, Dominic. I'm supposed to go to the wedding and rehearsal and stuff. And I think his father was a little upset. And I didn't say to him. He goes, "Oh, you're gonna miss it because of the games." He goes, "Can't you get somebody else?" I go, "No, wait a minute. When your son was playing, would you want me to miss your son's game to go to a wedding?" This is my job, my livelihood. Plus, I like coming down here to Addison. Addison's really nice people down here, and a beautiful basketball facility and swimming facility. I checked out the last time I was here. Did a couple basketball games. I'm trying to think. They're in Class B this year. I don't think they were last year. If anything, I think we had B1, B2. They switch it every year of how many teams go up and down in for classifications. So it's... So a walk. So Spencer Westervelt on first. So runners on first and second now with 2 outs. Oh, and 1. Actually, I'm not sure. Hold on a second. Did I say Spencer? So that was Sawyer. This is Spencer. When I get the notifications, I get just S. Westervelt and then S. Westervelt. So I got to look on my camera now to see what Westervelt it is. So Sawyer Westervelt at first. This is Spencer Westervelt. That's high. And he went around, strike 3. I remember I did a soccer game here 2, maybe 3 years ago when they had flooding here and there was logs and stuff on this field and the next field over, the softball field, which is on the other side there. Quite devastating when they get hit here. Did quick come back in just to make sure before I... Yep. Don't want to go through changing the name and then not have them on the mound. Keaton Quick. Today's game is brought to you by Wine Chiropractic, back and neck pain, headaches, all your spine care needs. Call Dr. John Wine, Dr. Rich Chakowski at Wine Chiropractic Associates, 20 Park Drive. Thanks, Dr. Wine and Dr. Rich Chakowski. And by Tim Hortons at 111 Seneca Street in Hornell. It's your favorite delicious items from Tim Hortons. And don't forget, when you go there right now, it's 2 for $6. Your favorite breakfast sandwiches. You can see it on English muffin or biscuit with freshly cracked eggs. That's 2 for $6 going on right now at your local, and that means the Hornell Tim Hortons. I guess at any Tim Hortons. That's a national sponsorship, or promotion. Thank Tim Hortons. Advanced hand and wrist surgery right in Hornell. There's Dr. Ali Mansour, orthopedic surgeon. Injured, he's got you covered. 607-385-3740. Dr. Ali Mansour. John and Dagan, general and trial practice, proudly serving the Southern Tier since 1989. Call 324-6690 for John and Dagan. Corners of Church and Genesee Street. It's John Dagan. So top of the 4th. Nash Adams, the DH. Adams takes a strike. Whoops, I don't know how that came up. I must have hit it with my hand somehow. That was strange. Nash 0-2. Low and outside. 2-2 now to Adams. Nash, a junior. And Taylor Miller gets it himself for the first out. That one inside to Ashton Hooker, the catcher. And nice play by Newell. The wind is really kicking up here. You can hear it. Whoops. So 2 down. This is Tyrone Buchanan. Tyrone behind 0-2. I have the benefit, I'm in my van, so I'm kind of blocked here from... I've only filmed maybe 2, 3, or 4 times maybe. Not exactly sure. Events from my van. One of them was a parade, I know that. Two and 2. And strike 3. So nice job by Keaton. We'll be back.
Shop, finance, and buy your next car all online. With a new shopping experience at your fingertips, make car buying simple when you drive your deal at Simmons Rockwell Nissan in Horseheads and Hornell.
Costs are rising, and the Ryan agencies are taking action. We trim the cost of your insurance with cutting-edge ideas. Want money back in your pocket? A quick call can result in savings without sacrificing coverage. The Ryan agencies, your local insurance inflation fighters.
Insurance protection you can rely on. The Ryan Agency.
So welcome back. This is Caden Blanco. Oh, and he came off. Seen that a couple times this year. Reaching for the ball. You got to make sure that's your first thing you got to make sure is your foot's on the plate. Well, he got dragged off, so my fault. Didn't realize it. The throw was a little bit wide. Oh, and did they get the one? I'm not sure here. It's hard to see. My monitor went dark here. Yep, recovered. Stepped on second. Nice backup by Hooker, and Hooker tried to tag him, but it doesn't matter at that point because he didn't try to rounding for second. This is McLean. Ball's just dribbling around. Wow, I'm surprised Newell didn't take off for home. He gotta hit the cutoff, man. It's too short. Too difficult for him to handle. So 1 out, runners at second and third now. Got McLean at second, Newell at third. It's now settling Wyatt down. Coach Van Loon, his first year. Last game of the season, they did beat Livonia, and that's always a proud moment. You know, anytime you beat a rival like that, especially your first year and you're struggling. Hornell only had 4 wins. They were 4-11 and went up to Livonia and handled them in that game. It was a very good game. Hornell was up, I think, 6-3, and Livonia came back and scored 2 runs to make it 6-5 in the 7th, but they held on. Addison, the number 5 seed. Hornell, the 12th seed here. One down. This is Evan. Or Ian. It says it's E-Y-A-N. Ian Merrill. I think I called him Evan earlier. Apologize if I did. One and one, 1 out. 1 around, 1 and 2. A strikeout would be huge here. Two and 2. Tried to throw it home. He had time. Run does score. Let's see if he tried to rush it a little bit too much here. But the first thing is first. Get the ball in your glove Did he try to barehand it? He didn't need to. I wasn't on it totally 100%, but it looked like he tried to barehand it. It would have looked nice, but in that case, he knew he had more time, or probably it's a bang bang. Obviously, you gotta do what you gotta do, but so 1 out, runners at first and third. With Taylor Miller up. That was Ashton Stevens with that. Last at bat, there's a strike. Not sure what the conversation was about. So another run scores. 2 outs. Caleb Stubbe up 0 for 2. That one low. 1-1. Wide up to 66 pitches. Taylor Miller, the lone runner at first base. So a walk. Put Stubbe at first and Miller at second now. 2 outs. Brings up Zane Specht, who's 1 for 2. Oh, and he drops it. Did he dive for it? It was hard to see exactly. Let's see if we can see the replay. And a run scores. Oh, he did dive for it. It's actually 6-6. Did not realize that they'd strike 2. So they scored 4 runs here. Thing is, he's getting full counts on him or 2 strikes, and they're coming up with hits. So Speck down to third. Westervelt lifts one. Off the top of the fence. And they take the lead. Wow, it hit the yellow. Nice hit. Let's take a look at that one again. It's funny, it looks like it was a grounder because there was a bird or something flying by. Even got me. So a new pitcher is coming in, I think. Ben Woollever, does it look like Ben? Yeah, I think it is. Today's game brought to you by Simmons and Rockwell Ford, Simmons and Rockwell Nissan. Top-notch sales service, make car buying simple when you drive your deal at Simmons and Rockwell. Because I have to change the score, so it is now 7-6. It is 5 runs home here in the 4th. There was that concern because Wyatt had kind of looked like he had hurt his shoulder at one of the home games. The game before, let's see if I can see what it was here. The Letchworth game. And he went down for a little bit and was grabbing his arm and stuff. And I asked him afterwards, and he said, yeah, just his arm's really, really tired. And that game was on the 19th, so he had pitched the day before that, I believe. Especially when all the weather and the makeups, you don't get much time between it. The game in Hornell against Livonia. So it is. Oh, wait. So it is Ben Woollever, freshman. Coming in. Again, want to thank everybody for joining us. I want to thank Dr. Pico for sponsoring today's stream because it does cost money to Section 5. You can also, if you're home, you can donate. I don't have my, if you go to Venmo, just look up the Robert-Peischer, you can send money that way. Or on the actual YouTube channel in the chat, there's a money little bar there. You can press it. I don't really promote it because I always feel bad asking for money. But when you have to pay, and these are the only times we have to pay to do the games. My advertising's, because like tomorrow's game, I'm going to do the sectional girls game, and I don't have a sponsor for that, so I'll have to pay that out of pocket. So it looks like PJ Pico's coming in, too. What position's he going to play here? I think he's going to move over to first base. Don't remember the last time I've seen him in the field. Just a reminder, that game is tomorrow at noon at Finger Lakes Community College in Canandaigua. Hornell versus Waterloo, the number 6 seed Hornell, number 3 seed Waterloo. Right here live on Peisch Sports.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Of course.
Yes. Have you ever asked for help yourself?
It's always tough, right? I always feel like I can solve my own problems, but eventually, you just can't deal with it on your own.
And you start to question, maybe people would be better off without me. When you realize that you're not alone, once you take that first step, there's so much support.
Hi, I'm Laura Dagan-Pico, and along with my father, Jim Dagan, operate the Dagan Funeral Home here in Hornell.
The Dagan Funeral Home is a large, spacious, handicap-accessible facility with a seating capacity of 150 people, along with a separate family room for entertaining children. We also offer DVD memorial tributes, which continually show photographs and movies of your loved one's life on 2 beautiful flat-screen TVs.
The Dagan Funeral Home, 5 generations of the Dagan family serving your family.
Okay, welcome back. Ben Williever on the mound for Hornell. Seven to 6 Addison. Another base hit. Another run's going to score here. And a double for Westervelt. That is Spencer Westervelt. RBI double. Very good hitting team here. This is Caden Blanco. Base hit. Another run to score. Makes it 9-6. As Westerville crosses the plate. Nice hit by Blanco. So 7 runs here in the 4th. Two and 0 to Newell. 2-1. And strike 3. Oh, that's strike 2, my mistake. So it's 2-2. And strike 3 for the 3rd out, but 7 runs come home, 5 after 2 outs. That's the beater right there, is when you have 2 outs and you allow 5 runs. Hornell has to regroup. They're only down by 3, 9-6. Today's game again brought to you by Dr. Pat Pico. Thank you, Dr. Pico, for sponsoring today's game. Part of the U of R Jones Medicine Group, 15 Loader Street, 585-596-4129. Thanks, Dr. Pico. Good luck to the Hornell Red Raiders from Hornell City Mayor John Buckley. Don't forget, he's running for his 3rd term this November. Get out and vote for Hornell City Mayor John Buckley in November. And by Alfred State College. Hit the ground running. A degree from Alfred State College. It's called Hometown Advantage. Allegheny County and Steuben County residents get $2,000 or more from $2,000 or more per year for every year you attend Alfred State College. It's called Hometown Advantage. And I want to apologize. One of my ads is missing, and that's Giovanni's. 607-324-6000 Giovanni's on right next to the Hornell High School. Your favorite pizza, wings, and so much more. Don't forget the salad bar too, as well at Giovanni's on Seneca Street, 2 doors down from Tim Hortons. So thank you, Giovanni's. Thank you, Shane Vogel, for sponsoring. I apologize why your ad didn't, for some reason, got deleted here. Not sure how. So let's see who's on the mound here. Number 11, Braden Newell. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I couldn't shut my microphone off because I am on a different screen. So top of the 5th. Brings up top of the order. Wyatt Evingham. Wow. Nice one, Braden. check that one out again. Right back at him. Brings up Seamus Cork. One and one to Cork. 0 for 2 today. That's high. 2 and 1. And it hit him. That was a hit for Brody. Brody's now 2 for 3. Aaron McInerney batting left here. Cork at second, Brody Flights at first. And Hornell, as Cork crosses the home plate, adds another run. It's going to be an extremely high-scoring game the way it's going here. The runners on the corners with 1 out. As Cork scores. Brings up Marco Pico. And bobbled. It's hard to see with this, the way this monitor is. I couldn't even see the ball off the bat, unfortunately. You can see it having trouble there picking it up is Jones. So now bases are loaded. For Cody Carnamone. Cody pops it up. Not a big fan of sending them there. When it's a pop-up just outside the infield, that's not a good decision for Hornell, I don't think. I know they're trying to score runs, but there's no slide either for Flights. Flights, well, what are you going to do? I know they're trying to score runs, but oh well. Today's game brought to you by Wilkins Auto Sales, State Route 21, just outside the Hornell city limits. It's Wilkins Auto Sales. Car haulers, utility trailers, dump trailers, and so much more. It's Wilkins Auto Sales. Thanks. Brian Wilkins, Logo Print Company outside, or across from the Hornell High School, embroidery, screen printing, laser printing, and so much more. It's the Logo Print Company. Thanks, Chris Odell. Embroidery, screen printing, engraving, Lomax Automax, maximize your dollars every day with a trip to Lomax Automax and Lomax Pro Wrench Tire and Auto. Complete auto care, including collision, at Lomax Automax and Lomax Pro Wrench Tire and Auto. Twin Hickory Golf Club, 18 challenging holes overlooking the beautiful Canisteo Valley. Thanks, Twin Hickory. Log on to twinhickorygolfclub.com. Check out membership rates and so much more at Twin Hickory. Buy a gift certificate for that loved one. Twin Hickory Golf Club. And by Maple City Collision, Auto Body Repair Shop. Maple City Collision all makes the models all years. Thanks, John Birch. So Hornell does score a run there. Move to the bottom of the 5th. You know, in high school, I'm going to take that back a little bit about sending Brody, but because it's got to be a good throw, and it was a great throw, you know, and you could score that run to make it a 1. They got to score as many as they can. So, is it a horrible send? No. Bottom of the 5th. 9-7, Addison on top. BJ Pico makes the play. 1 down. That was McLean. Colby McLean. Ashton Stevens, the 11th grader. 5 seniors on this Addison Knights team. Do we have a different person in the lineup here? Let's see, that was 46 it says. So this is Newt Jones, so apologize. New player substituted in. It's a 3-1 now, I believe, to Newt. We don't have the benefit of nobody tells us, or we don't have 20 people in our crew giving us all this information. So there's a walk to Jones. And a run down. Nice play by Hornell. Let's see if I can caught that on camera here. Throw over by Ben. Cody over to Woolliver. And Taylor Miller pops out to Flights for the 3rd out. So we go to the top of the 6th. We'll be back.
We're opening doors to your future at Alfred State, the #1 SUNY Regional College. Combine tech skills and knowledge to analyze problems and succeed together. Launch your career with ASC Career Paths at alfredstate.edu.
Get 2 breakfast sandwiches for $6 at Tim Hortons. Made with freshly cracked eggs. Made to order and made for your morning. 2 breakfast sandwiches for just $6. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons.
Hello, my name is Destiny, and I've worked at Tim Hortons for 3.5 years. How are you?
Good, thanks.
So you brew coffee every 20 minutes?
We brew our original blend coffee every 20 minutes to make sure it's fresh for every guest we serve.
Thank you very much.
Really? Every 20 minutes?
Day or night. I don't know of anyone else who does that, but you can really taste the difference. So it's always fresh, always.
Nash Adams up. 0-2. Popped up. Don't want your pitcher running over there, getting injured. But they play multiple positions, so they're used to it. And they're not getting paid millions of dollars. Two and two. That's high, full count. And Adams goes down. Brings up Ashton Hooker, the catcher. And it hit him. I have to put my coat on. The temperature is dropping. So I was in the low 40s tonight. Just give you the game for those that are watching. What the actual temperature is right now here from Addison. It says 54. Feels like 50, but it feels a lot colder than that. It's Tyler Vogel. Or Trenton Vogel, not Tyler. Trent Vogel is running at first base, and Marco or Pat PJ. Wait a minute, who's up here? There's a strike. Yeah, it's PJ Pico up. That's in the dirt. Vogel down to second. Not sure, he kind of skipped along there. Not sure what he was doing. I didn't have it on film, but 1-2 to PJ. And strike three. Nice pitch from Braden. 2 down. Brings up Effingham, top of the order. That one's high, 1-0. And that's the end of top of the fifth. Or top of the sixth, excuse me. We'll be back.
Concerned about the cost of your insurance? The Ryan agencies sift through quotes from many companies to uncover your best insurance value. You'd be surprised at the savings we can find. Let's just talk. What's there to lose? The Ryan agencies, your local insurance inflation fighters.
Insurance protection you can rely on. The Ryan Agency.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
In life, some surprises are good, and some surprises are not. You'll be pleasantly surprised by how much cash you could earn with an Apex Cashback checking account. Earn 3% cash back on your debit card purchases, and your ATM fees are refunded each month you qualify. Plus, when you refer a friend or family member to First Heritage and they open an Apex Cashback account, you'll each earn $50. Visit fhfcu.org, open your account, and refer your friends today.
Okay, welcome back. Bottom of the sixth. 9-7 Addison. This is Caleb Stubbe. Stubbe 0 for 2 today. Nice job by Brody. Don't forget, Brody, quarterback for the football team. Zane Specht. Specht 2 for 3. And a base hit. Brings up Sawyer Westervelt. Westervelt down to second. One and one. This is Spencer Westervelt. So Zane Specht on second, the lone runner. Ben over to PJ. Move Specht over to third. And a low throw over. It's got to be one of the tougher ones to throw. Brings up Spencer Westervelt. Outside 1 and 1. Spencer 1 for 3. Foul. So people sitting up on the river walk there. The dike. Two down, 1 and 2 to Westervelt. And there's strike 3. So I was going to say, Hornell, better chance here than letting Specht score. Only down by 2 going to the 7th. Again, I want to thank Giovanni's. And probably going to stop there on the way home tonight and get some chicken wings. Get their all-you-can-eat salad bar with all your favorites. Thanks, Giovanni. 607-324-06,000. Or not 06,000. 324-6000. And I thank Apex Chiropractic, helping you achieve new heights in wellness. Dr. Joseph McKay, 44 Genesee Street in Hornell. He's a professor of nutrition and a professional natural bodybuilder. It's Apex Chiropractic. Thanks, Dr. Joseph McKay. And Rustic Lux. Don't throw that piece of furniture away. Bring it into Rustic Lux for reloved, refurbished furniture. It's Rustic Lux. Check out their huge showroom of furniture at Rustic Lux. Ben Newell back on. Wyan Chiropractic Associates, 20 Park Drive, back and neck pain, headaches, all your spine care needs. Call Dr. John Wyan, Dr. Rich Chikowski at Wyan Chiropractic Associates, 20 Park Drive. Wyan Chiropractic. And by Tim Hortons at 111 Main Street, or 111 Seneca Street in Hornell at Tim Hortons. Right now it's 2 for $6 with freshly cracked eggs. Your breakfast sandwich, your favorite breakfast sandwich at Tim Hortons. Don't forget you can get your Timbits too, donut holes. And this one gets behind McLean. I'm sorry, yeah, McLean. So Seamus Cork with a leadoff single. Leadoff, well, it'd be a single and then advances to second base on the air. Hornell needs runners, so let him throw the first strike. That's good take by Flights. Anytime you're down, especially when you're last at chances, do not be. I wouldn't swing until they. I personally wouldn't swing until they throw the first strike. That's low. 2-1. Samantha Odell says it's 84 in Florida, where she's watching from. Watching her son Ashton catch and at bat. 3-1. And I'll be taken here for sure. I'd be taking both pitches, as we talked about. And there. Two on, nobody out. Brings up Aaron McInerney, the same thing. Aaron should be taking his first pitch. He's not throwing overly fast, so I guess you could use your best judgment, but it's a little bit different when you're 0-2 now. In the major leagues or in college, and as opposed to high school. Two on, nobody out. And strike three, foul tip and held. So nice pitching by Newell. Brings up Marco Pico, and Pico fouls that one off. I think not next week, but the week after the Hornell Steamers season starts, we'll be bringing those games. And that's a double play. And Addison wins it. Wow. Two on, nobody out, and strikeout, and then a double play to end a beautiful play. Was that Blanco? Let me just take a look at the replay. Was that Blanco? Yep. And there's nothing you can do there. So beautiful play by Caden Blanco. And Hornell is sent home. Addison moves on. Addison will now play the winner of Livonia Midlakes. That game being played right now. Let's see if I can get any information. I don't think I can. I wouldn't be able to get the... So a season of struggles and a couple of highs, too, as well, comes to an end for Hornell. Addison, a very successful season as they, again, will move on. Congratulations to the Knights. And now the tale of one inning is Addison. Hornell was up 6-2. Then bottom of the fourth, Addison scores 7 runs. And there's not much you can do about that. It happens. So congratulations again to the Knights. And it was a pleasure watching Hornell play this year, but again, they fall You can see him shaking hands with the seniors. Aaron McInerney. Seamus Cork as well, senior. PJ Pico, his last game. Logan Vonderchuk, who decided not to play in this game. He had to work, apparently. He's not here today, unfortunately. Is one of the seniors. Ashton Hooker, another senior. Good job by him, all senior. Braden Fauser quit, apparently. Unfortunately. Who else? Seamus Cork, we missed Aaron McInerney. So that's it. Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for the softball game as the Hornell Red Raiders travel to Finger Lakes Community College to take on Waterloo. And congratulations again to Addison. We'll see everybody tomorrow afternoon, I should say, at noon. Have a good day.
After you've been injured at work, you might feel like you're up against your employer.
But the truth is, your employer isn't the opponent, the insurance company is. You need a workers' comp attorney with the knowledge and experience to maximize your benefits.
Call Connors and Ferris today as we have dedicated over 20 years of our professional careers to helping injured workers.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
Laura and I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of our veterans, especially those who have served or are currently serving overseas.
Here at the Dagan Funeral Home, we take pride in serving the funeral needs of our veterans. We can arrange military services and, if desired, burial in a VA cemetery. We will provide an American flag, a veteran's cemetery marker, and can also apply for military death benefits.
The Dagan Funeral Home, 5 generations of the Dagan family serving our veterans.
Shop, finance, and buy your next car all online. With a new shopping experience at your fingertips, make car buying simple when you drive your deal at Simmons Rockwell Nissan in Horseheads and Hornell.
Costs are rising, and the Ryan agencies are taking action. We trim the cost of your insurance with cutting-edge ideas. Want money back in your pocket? A quick call can result in savings without sacrificing coverage. The Ryan agencies, your local insurance inflation fighters.
Insurance protection you can rely on. The Ryan Agency.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Of course.
Yes. Have you ever asked for help yourself?
It's always tough, right? I always feel like I can solve my own problems, but eventually, you just can't deal with it on your own.
And you start to question, maybe people would be better off without me. When you realize that you're not alone, once you take that first step, there's so much support.
Hi, I'm Laura Dagan-Pico, and along with my father, Jim Dagan, operate the Dagan Funeral Home here in Hornell.
The Dagan Funeral Home is a large, spacious, handicap-accessible facility with a seating capacity of 150 people, along with a separate family room for entertaining children. We also offer DVD memorial tributes, which continually show photographs and movies of your loved one's life on 2 beautiful flat-screen TVs.
The Dagan Funeral Home, 5 generations of the Dagan family serving your family.
We're opening doors to your future at Alfred State, the #1 SUNY Regional College. Combine tech skills and knowledge to analyze problems and succeed together. Launch your career with ASC Career Paths at alfredstate.edu.
Get 2 breakfast sandwiches for $6 at Tim Hortons. Made with freshly cracked eggs. Made to order and made for your morning. 2 breakfast sandwiches for just $6. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons.